Dude, you're about to discover the best-kept secret of female pleasure. What they crave in bed but can never fully articulate. It's like having a treasure map where X marks the spot, except most men are holding the map upside down. You think you know what she wants? Think again. After 15 years studying the psychology of intimacy and talking to hundreds of women about their deepest desires, I can guarantee you one thing. What you're doing now is probably leaving her frustrated. And the worst part, she won't tell you directly. Pay close attention to what I'm about to tell you. Every night you spend ignoring this secret desire of hers is a lost night. A wasted opportunity to create a deep connection that transcends the physical. You are literally throwing away chances to become unforgettable in her life. Know what the problem is? You've been programmed to believe that sex is about performance, about duration, about crazy positions you saw somewhere. But while you're worried about these superficial things, she's there desiring something completely different. It's like you're playing a ukulele while she's expecting a symphony. Can you feel the weight of that? Now answer me something. How many times have you felt like you were giving your best in bed, but still noticed something missing in her eyes? That sparkle that should have been there but wasn't. That total surrender you know she's capable of, but which always seems out of reach. This happens because there's a chasm between what you think she wants and what she secretly craves. And look, it's not your fault. No one ever taught you this. Society created a smokescreen around female desire. Movies lie. Pornography distorts. And friends? Well, they're just as lost as you were until now. But that changes today, because I'm going to reveal the 5 things they crave in bed that almost no man does. These are ultra-rare techniques that will transform you into the lover she's always dreamed of. That guy she can't get out of her head. The one who makes her friends die of envy. Are you ready for this truth? Let's go then. Number 1. The slow and tantalizing build-up of anticipation. Listen closely to this. Women crave a man who understands that female pleasure is like a bonfire. You don't just throw gasoline on it and expect everything to catch fire instantly. You build it layer by layer, twig by twig. Most men jump straight to the main act as if they're rushing to catch the last subway, but she doesn't work like that. The female brain needs time to turn off the day's worries, to silence that inner voice listing tomorrow's tasks, to truly be present in the moment with you. Know what you do? You start the seduction hours before you even get to the bedroom, a touch on her neck while she's cooking, a whisper in her ear while you're watching TV, a provocative text message in the middle of the day telling her exactly what you want to do with her later. You create a narrative, a story that unfolds throughout the day. It's like planting seeds of desire that will sprout when you're finally alone. Does that make sense to you? When you finally get to the bedroom, she'll already be ready. Not physically, mentally, emotionally. And that, my friend, is where the magic happens. Studies show that the female brain needs at least 20 minutes of foreplay to reach peak arousal. 20 minutes, but you probably spend 5 at most. Now, think with me. If you knew you needed to warm up your car's engine for 20 minutes before accelerating to get maximum performance, would you do it? Of course you would. So why don't you do the same with her? Number 2, the hypnotic power of the male voice. This here is a secret few men know. Women crave a man who knows how to use his voice as an instrument of pleasure. I'm not talking about exaggerated moans or gratuitous profanity. I'm talking about something much deeper. The deep male voice activates primitive centers in the female brain. It's pure biology. When you speak in the right tone, at the right rhythm, you are literally hacking into her nervous system. But what do most men do? They go silent. As if sex were a silent film from the 20s. Or worse, they say generic, uninspired things that kill the whole mood. You need to understand one thing. For her, sex is a multi-sensory experience. It's not just touch, it's sound, it's smell, it's sight, it's taste. It's a symphony of sensations working in harmony. And your voice is the conductor of that orchestra. Tell her what you're feeling. Describe what you're seeing. Tell her how much she's driving you wild. Use her name. Repeat her name as if it were a prayer. Whisper in her ear exactly what you're going to do next. And then do it. Create that connection between promise and delivery, between word and action. Can you visualize the power of that? When you combine the right touch with the right words in the right tone, you create an Experience that transcends the physical. You are touching her mind. And believe me, it's in the mind that true female pleasure happens. Remember this, her body responds to what her mind processes. If you conquer her mind, her body will follow. Always. Number 3. The courageous exploration of forgotten zones. Pay attention because this is pure gold. Women crave a man who understands that the female body is a vast and unexplored territory. But you, like most, probably always focus on the same 3 or 4 areas. It's like visiting Paris and only seeing the Eiffel Tower. You're missing 90% of the experience. Her body has pleasure points that even she doesn't know yet. The inside of her arms, the curve where her neck meets her shoulder, the back of her knees, the line of her spine from her nape to her tailbone. Every woman has her own unique pleasure map, and she silently craves a man brave enough to explore that map with dedication and genuine curiosity. Know what the problem is? You're in a hurry, you want to get to the final destination as quickly as possible, but for her, the journey is as important as the destination. Sometimes even more important. When you touch these forgotten zones with intention and presence, you are telling her without words that every inch of her body is worthy of adoration. You are communicating that you are not just there for your own satisfaction. You are creating a complete experience, feeling the difference. Now let me tell you something few people apply. Alternate between soft and firm touch, between fast and slow, between predictable and surprising. Keep her always on the edge of anticipation, never knowing exactly what comes next. It's this element of controlled surprise that keeps her brain fully engaged, fully present, completely yours. Number 4, the creation of an environment of total permission. Man, this is fundamental and almost no one realizes it. Women crave a space where they can be completely themselves, without judgment, without shame, without fear of being too much or not enough. But do you know what happens in most bedrooms? There's an invisible tension, a constant worry from her about how she looks, if she's making the right sounds, if her body is the way you expect it to be. This worry kills genuine pleasure. It's like trying to dance with someone stepping on your foot. You need to actively create an environment where she feels she can surrender completely, where she can be wild or delicate, loud or quiet, dominant or submissive. And how do you do that? First, with your reactions. When she does something, anything, you respond with genuine enthusiasm. You show through your actions and words that everything she does excites you. Second, you go first. You allow yourself to be vulnerable. You show your own desires without shame. You set the tone that this is a sacred space where anything is allowed. Third, you eliminate any trace of rush or expectation. She needs to feel that you have all the time in the world, that there's no right place to get to, that the present moment is perfect exactly as it is. Can you see how this changes everything? When she feels this total permission, something magical happens. She accesses parts of herself that were dormant, desires that were buried, fantasies she never had the courage to express. And suddenly, you're no longer just having sex. You're creating art. Number 5. The sacred ritual of the post-climax. Now pay very close attention because this is what separates the men from the boys. Women crave a man who understands that pleasure doesn't end at orgasm. In fact, what happens afterward can be just as important as what happened before. But what do most men do? They turn over and sleep. Or worse, they grab their phone. It's like preparing an incredible dinner and serving it on paper plates. You waste all the previous investment. Her body after climax is in an altered state of consciousness. Pleasure hormones are flooding her system. Her skin is hypersensitive. Her heart is open. It's a moment of vulnerability and deep connection. And she silently craves that you honor this moment, that you remain present, that you continue touching, but now differently, softer, more tenderly. Tracing invisible patterns on her skin, kissing places that were once war zones and are now territory of peace. Talk to her, but not about tomorrow's work. Talk about what just happened, about how she makes you feel, about the connection you share. Create a cocoon of intimacy where the outside world doesn't exist. Does that make sense to you? This post-climax moment is when memories are solidified. It's when her brain decides if this was just another hookup or a transformative experience. It's when she decides if you are replaceable or unforgettable. And there's one more thing. Many guys think that giving her pleasure is a favor they're doing, as if it's extra work they do to be nice. Wake up, man. Her pleasure is your pleasure multiplied. When she surrenders completely, when she reaches levels of ecstasy she didn't even know existed, she becomes a force of nature, and you are at the center of that hurricane. You benefit as much as she does, maybe even more. Now I know what you might be thinking. My partner is different, she's more reserved, she doesn't like to talk about these things. She's not that open. Let me tell you something. Every woman has this deep desire for genuine connection and pleasure. Every woman. The difference is that some have had experiences that made them build protective walls. Some were taught that desiring is wrong. Some never found a man who created the necessary safe space. But the desire is there. It always has been. And the techniques I've shared with you don't require her to talk about it. They don't require her to change who she is. They work on a non-verbal level, on the level of touch, presence, energy. You simply start applying them slowly, with patience, with consistency. And you will see the layers of resistance melting like ice in the sun. You will see her opening up like a flower that finally found the right light. You will discover a woman you didn't even know existed within the woman you know. Remember what I said at the beginning. This is like a treasure map, but it's not a treasure you take and keep. It's a treasure you create together, every time, again and again. And here's the framework you need to memorize. The key to unforgettable pleasure. Connection beyond the physical. It's not just about bodies touching, it's about souls meeting. It's about being truly present with each other. Honed skill constantly. It's not about knowing everything, it's about always learning, always observing, always improving. Attention to subtle details. It's not about the obvious movements. It's about noticing her breathing change, her skin tone shifting, the little sounds she doesn't even realize she's making. Vulnerability as strength. It's not about being the unshakable tough guy. It's about allowing yourself to feel and express. It's about creating a space where both of you can be complete humans. Exploration without fear. It's not about always doing the same thing. That worked before. It's about discovering new territories together. It's about keeping the flame of curiosity always lit. Dude, you now hold knowledge that few men possess. Knowledge that can transform not only your sex life, but your relationship as a whole. Because when you touch a woman this way, when you make her feel this way, when you create these experiences with her, you're not just having sex. You are building a connection that transcends the physical. You are creating memories that she will carry forever. You are becoming the man she didn't even know she was looking for. But here's the thing. Knowledge without action is useless. It's like having the key to the vault, but never opening the door. So what are you going to do? Are you going to keep doing the same old things, getting the same mediocre results? Or are you going to apply what you've learned here and become the lover she secretly craves? The choice is yours. But let me tell you something. Every night that passes without you applying, this is a lost night. A wasted opportunity to create something extraordinary. Time doesn't go back, man. The opportunities to create these deep connections are finite, and she won't wait forever. Somewhere inside her, there is a hunger, a thirst to be touched. This way, to be seen this way, to be loved this way. And you now have the map. You have the compass. You have everything you need to find this hidden treasure. The question is, do you have the courage to embark on this journey? If this knowledge has opened your eyes to a new level of possibility, if you felt something change within you as you absorbed these words, then do something about it now. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share it with that friend who needs to hear this, but most importantly, apply it. Tonight, start with one thing, anything, a different touch, a whispered word, a moment of total presence. You will be surprised by the power of a small change made with intention. Remember, you're not just learning techniques. You are becoming the type of man who naturally awakens her deepest desire. The type of man she craves to have. The type of man few manage to be. But you're not like most, are you? You wouldn't have come this far if you were. You are ready for something bigger, something deeper, something more real, and she is waiting for it. Even if she doesn't know how to express it, even if she doesn't know how to ask for it, she is waiting for you, for the man you are about to become. So don't waste this chance. Don't let this knowledge die in theory. Transform it into action, into experience, into reality. Because in the end, that's what separates ordinary men from the unforgettable ones. The courage to do things differently, the wisdom to understand what truly matters, and the dedication to become the best lover you can be, not for ego, not for validation, but because you understand that giving genuine pleasure is one of the purest forms of love. And love, my friend, is what makes it all worthwhile. Now go out there and show her what a real man is capable of.